Hey everybody, this is Zork65, and we hit 400 during a live stream. So I told everybody, still doing the Q&A. We had a couple more questions to go through. We had some on my my unboxing video, so there's quite a few of these to kind of go through, and I've been really kind of happy and excited to see some of these come about. So I guess we'll just kind of dive into these. I want to thank everybody once again. Thank you for getting me to 400. We're on our way already to 500, which I'm super happy about that. So first question came in during the live stream is, what superpower would you like? To be honest, I've always actually thought one of them would be really cool. Is the ability to see into the future. I mean, it removes a lot of mystery, but it also can help you prevent a lot of bad things from happening. I think the past should stay the way it is. As much as I hate to say it, there's bad times and terrible times during those as well, but I think in truth, the ability to move through time or see through time is a very useful thing. So I think being able to see into the future, kind of how that sort of things, as long as I can, manipulate it in some way, or at least prepare myself properly. That's the thing I would like to at least have. Next question, also from the live stream, who would play me in a movie about me? And this took a lot of thought. I'm not gonna lie, it took a lot of thought. I mean, who can capture this? Who can get all this kind of into it? And I think, in truth, they're dead, but I think we could still pull it off. If, we go back in time, or we like clone them, so bring a little bit of a history and time reversal. Chris Farley. Yeah, Chris Farley. He could do it. I bet he could. Man had very wide acting range and talent before he killed himself. But hey, if he didn't do that, he could play me. He could play me in a movie. Next question. One type of food. So one type of food. Now this is kind of layered. It's like is this like for the rest of my life? What kind, like where's the cutoff for type of food? Because Italian is a type of food. Ice cream is a type of food, or it is a food of some sort, but there's different types of that. So it's like, are we talking the limitations of that one food category, or the nationality, like limitations? Scratch my microphone. I would have to say, if it is based upon, just overall, just whatever kind of goes, I would say Italian. I love Italian food. I love macaroni. I love pastas, pizza. Well, pizza's not technically, is it? I don't know. Either way, I include it. I'd include it because it's real to me. It's real to me. That's the important part. So, Italian food. Definitely. Next one. Favorite anime TV show. This was actually really well discussed in the comment section during the live stream that I did. And I've got to say, and I told you guys in the comment I wasn't gonna say it, and it's like, you know what, I can't do it. I gotta keep that to me. I gotta keep it to me. Full Metal Alchemist. It's my favorite anime and also favorite manga of all time. It's what I grew up with as a young child, little kid. I think I discovered it probably about middle school or so. Yeah, it would have been middle school. I think I was kind of learning about anime and stuff like that when I was a little kid. I grew up watching like Rurouni Kenshin stuff on Toonami. I know most of my audience are people, who kind of are my age range. Grew up watching a lot of Toonami, and people who love anime also usually got their start that way. But for me, it's got to be Full Metal Alchemist. Heck, I grabbed this because I knew I was going to need it. I still got the books. I've got them pretty much over in my corner over here. Just like if I ever need to read something, and I was like, what, I don't want like a super thick book. I do recommend you, if you get a chance, read some of Neil Gaiman stuff. It's a little bit more mature, but it's really, really well written. But to be honest, I always keep at least some books nearby, so in case if I ever feel like bored and I want to feel like a little bit more creatively charged or something like that, read some good stuff. I always at least have, Full Metal Alchemist, maybe some Naruto. Really kind of whatever catches my eye. So it's like that would be one I'd easily recommend for everybody. I think I got a couple One Pieces over there as well. But I haven't really purchased manga in a while. I've realized that. Because mostly nowadays you can just get them through like electronic apps and stuff like that. And I really I really miss reading it. I also don't miss having to spend $12 every single month. So let's see. And these were from the unboxing video. What are you gonna do for 500? For 500, I'm planning on trying to eat a 5-pound gummy bear. There's a candy store that I work nearby that actually can get you like the giant 5-pound gummy bear, and I'm gonna try and do it, and eat the entire thing. I'm kind of excited and happy about it just because I find it really funny that they made a 5-pound gummy bear. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to try and at least have a couple friends over to watch me do it. That way it's like, a couple different angles, different commentary, things along those lines. This mic's out of focus. That's really weird. But in truth, it's kind of one of those things where I want to try. It's 5. 1 pound of gummy bear for every 100 subscribers. So it's like, you know, something I want to kind of work into. So that's one. What are you going to do for 300? Same thing I was going to do for 200. I was going to have an animation ready. I'd prepared myself a lot of time to work on this animation where we were playing Worms Battlegrounds. There was a lot of energy in the video, and I was really happy with the way it turned out. And due to unforeseen technical errors, I lost everything. I lost the audio, I lost my clips, I lost the music, I lost everything, and I even lost a lot of the original concept art. If you look at some of the thumbnails of the Worms thumbnails I did about 2 or 3 years ago, because that was about when I was 200 or 300. That was it. Like, those were the original concepts I had, and I was going to animate those. I had like original like shapes and motion graphics and stuff ready for it, and it all fell through because I lost all my concepts. I would have had to start again all over, and it was, I think I was like maybe 20 subs into 200, and then I was like, alright, well, I guess I'll give it a shot and try it again. And my subscription to the animation service ran out, and I would have to start learning how to hand animate everything frame by frame, because I was going to use like sort of almost South Parkian sort of style, like, you know, little pieces laying up over each other. And I realized that the software I use currently is not built for that. It's not easily transitionable. Sorry, I guess I'm here. It's not easily converted into that sort of style, so I could not do it. And I've always regretted that I never did, because I was in an animation class at the time, and it just killed all sort of creativity I had prepared for it. And I feel really bad about it, but I can't really do anything about it either. So next question. Would you going to simply walk into Mordor? I think what he means to say is, would I simply walk into Mordor? The answer is no, because that place is too dangerous. I'd take a side path, you know, maybe an airport or something like that. It's not really safe just to walk in. But actually, on that topic, I will actually say I want to eventually go to New Zealand, which is where they filmed a lot of the stuff from Lord of the Rings, and I would love to do that. It's one of my favorite things to... like one of my like bucket list sort of deals, like where I go, it's like, cool, you know, I'm dying, I'm 59, 70, somewhere between that range, you know, I plan on living to be a pretty old man. I'll be a cool ass old man though. But anyway, I want to have an opportunity at one point to just go ahead and visit the places I've always wanted to go. I want to go to Japan, I'd love to go to England, Scotland is another definite place, but to be honest, New Zealand is #1 on my list. I really want to go to New Zealand, just because it looks so beautiful in the pictures. Ah, I'd love to go. Maybe on a vacation. Let's see here. What is my favorite kind of bear? Now this is a tricky one, because there's somebody that I've done videos with whose name is Panda, and I would feel almost obligated to say Panda, but the problem is, panda bears, as far as I know, are not actually real bears. Now I might be an idiot for saying this, but I don't think they are real bears. So I can't say them, but I will, for the sake of, you know, the argument, say that I did consider it. But to be honest, it's down to 2. And to be honest, there's a third one I gotta sneak in there as well. See, I'm a big fan of the polar bear. World's most dominant land predator kind of deal. Like, nobody is really as dangerous as a polar bear. The other part is, I want to say teddy bear, because they're cute as can be. I know they're obviously not living bears, but that was not the stipulation. You said favorite kind of bear. Now, the final part, where I have to say the most definitive and safe answer is going to be the gummy bear. Because once again, they are not dangerous. They're still delicious. They're kind of cuddly, depending upon how you let them grow, and if they grow over with like green algae and froth and whatever. But in truth, gummy bear, because they're delicious. Happy to help. If you could have a Q&A with any game developer / company, who would it be? BioWare. I love BioWare. You guys have known I've been a big fan of BioWare for years. I would have to say, if I got a chance to sit down and talk to them and learn, you know, just the intricacies of it, it'd be BioWare. I love their work. Love Mass Effect. Oh, what's the one question you're disappointed you didn't get asked? Now answer that question. Nobody asked me my favorite kind of ice cream. I got really country on that. Nobody asked me my favorite kind of ice cream, and nobody ever asked me that. Actually, my favorite kind of ice cream is mint chocolate. I'm sorry. A lot of people are going to get really mad, like, oh, it's mint, that's gross. It's mint chocolate, it's great. You can get over yourself, I don't care. I'll eat it every day. Your friend Kyle, NP Sage, the man who gave me all these questions, on a scale of 1 to 10, how amazing is he? He is at least a solid 8 or 9. I'm sorry, you are not you're not the epitome of people. You're not the top echelon of amazingness. I'm sorry, you're not Robert Downey Jr. You can't be a 10. But 8 or 9, easily, my friend. 8 or 9. We'll go 8.5, even though I hate those I hate the 0.5s out of, solid numbers, because that's not how fractions work. You can't have a fraction inside of a fraction. That's wrong. Let's see here. Would you, if given the opportunity, participate in an orgy? Probably not. I mean, I'm a very romantic sort of person. I believe, intimacy is an important thing, so probably not. Sorry, ladies. Only one of you. Only one of you for me. Sorry. No, I'm not having a guy girl, okay? I promise. It's not happening. Your channel is Zork Gaming Channel. Keeping those initials, what else would you call your channel? Oh. Probably zombie gun combat. I would love to do just... I'd probably, be playing like a lot of Left 4 Dead, so zombie gun combat. I love Left 4 Dead. Do you have any pets? No, I don't. I do have, maybe squirrels in my attic. I guess that's about as close as it gets. I used to have a lot of dogs. I used to have 2 dogs and a cat. But sadly I lost them all in the span of about 5 months or so, and it was a really dark time for me as well. I don't know, because if you go back through some of my older videos, there was a lot of times I've referenced to a dog next to me. That was Lumber. He was my black Labrador, and sometimes he would try and like bother me while I'm recording. So I'd go sleep on your bed, bud. Go sleep on your bed. He also had very serious arthritis, and it was a dark time. I'll say that much, and I kind of miss him a little bit. What is your quest? To seek the Holy Grail, but actually, in truth, my quest has always been to make people happy, make people laugh with videos. That's my entire quest. What was your first video game console you ever owned? It was either a Game Boy, like a Game Boy Color, that sort of style, or it was the N64. I don't think we owned anything else beyond that one. The first one I ever purchased for myself with my own money was an original Xbox. My parents made me do the whole mowing the lawn sort of thing, so that was probably the first one. The first one I officially owned for me. My brother and I technically shared it, but that's still ownership. I have partial ownership over it. The Loch Ness Monster, truth myth, or a bird with too much free time? I'd love it to be truth. I don't think it is. I'm sorry, guys. I'm Scottish, but I don't believe that the Loch Ness Monster is real. I haven't been there. I can't swear by it. But I did actually write a short story in college about the existence of the Loch Ness Monster by playing on tropes of classic English mythology. That it was actually a dragon who was kind of... I don't want to get into it too much, but basically he was stuck in a mountain. Everybody else, like all the other myths and stuff, were going out into the world to be seen, but they were almost human-esque. Like werewolves, they can turn into humans, so they look kind of normal, and then you can just hide for a little while. But the dragon, you can't really hide that. So female character says, like, hey, I've got an idea. Why don't you become the Loch Ness Monster? That myth already exists. Just live in the lake. People will see you, and they're like, oh, well, it's the Loch Ness Monster. That's cool. And it's like, it's easier to kind of sneak that one in. And then just be like, oh no, I was dragging the entire time. That sort of thing. I'm not Shyamalan level twist, but, it was something fun to write. Let's see here. What's it like being the sexiest man on YouTube? I don't know. Mr. Sark is on there, but I'm glad I can take a close second. Mr. Sark is the sexiest man alive. And he is on YouTube, so he has to be. But anyway, the President of the United States has invited you to the White House. Oh, God. What do you do to ensure you get just as many scoops of ice cream as he does? I ask for mint chocolate chip because no one else apparently eats that, and they'll totally give it to me. And they're going to try and get rid of that shit. It's like, oh, shoot, he actually wants mint chocolate. Get that out here. We've had it since 1948. Quick, scoop it up. And I'll get as much, if not more, than Donald Trump because I can eat more because I have bigger hands. Can't contain as much as his big fat mouth is, but I can do everything else. You've been given a time machine to go back in time and slap any one person in the face. The slap does not change time, nor are you punished. Who is getting the pimp hand and why? The pimp hand. That's fucking brilliant. Let's see here. Who would I slap? Oh, man. That's tough. I could always go with the safe one. I would always just good old-fashioned straight to Hitler. I think that would be a good one. But, man... if there's no consequences, no punishments, then what's the point of doing a slap? It's just like I'm just there to piss him off? Huh. People are going to get mad. But this is true. People are gonna get mad at me, and I mean no offense to anybody who is a fan. There was one time I really wish I could have slapped Barack Obama. And no, this is not. Do not take it to a race thing comment section. It is not. So back when I was in Boy Scouts, which is very Boy Scout behavior for now thinking about doing a pimp slam, but there was the 100th anniversary of the Boy Scout National Convention sort of thing, like where everybody was like the 100th anniversary of Boy Scouting was being held in the United States. There was close to a couple, I think almost 100,000 people there, and I was one of them, and I was super excited because I had been wanting to meet Barack Obama. I had been wanting to at least see him in person before he was president. I mean, it's like I was very democratic. I am still kind of democratic, but it's like there was one thing that really pissed me off was he sent the Secretary of Defense, and he passed up the 100th anniversary of Boy Scouting, the time when there was 100,000 people there to celebrate Boy Scouts of America, and he passed this over for The View. And I love Whoopi Goldberg, but not cool, dude. Not cool. We were there to celebrate a very big tradition, important part of America, and you passed us up for The View. No, I was mad. I was livid because I'd been part of the Democratic thing in my school. Like I was very pro Obama. I still believe in a lot of his policies. I really do. A lot of people are gonna get mad. I'm sorry. That's just how it was. But that was the problem. I had pretty much been enamored by this guy. Like he was so cool. So he was the president of the United States. I'm gonna finally get a chance to see the president of the United States in real life. Past or present didn't matter. I was going to see the president. And he went to talk on The View. I'm glad he was happy that he got to be the first president ever to be on The View. Woo! He could have been the only president to ever be at the 100th anniversary of Boy Scouting of America. But, fucking Whoopi Goldberg invited me. That was bullshit move, man. Not cool. Not cool. But that would be the time. Obviously, there'd be no consequences, and I've already told you why. And it's like everything would still be the same, but I would slap him. It's not a race thing. I promise you, it was a pissed off thing. You've got $300. Do you buy one $300 hooker bot, 3 100 hooker bots, or 300 cups of coffee? Now, this is also something that could be kind of interesting. Now, $300 cups of coffee. If they're dollar cup, I'd probably do that one. It's gonna last me longer. I don't need. 300 hooker bots though, man. But they're dollar. We're talking like fleshlights. I don't need. It was like, ugh. This is a weird question. Coffee. I get the coffee. Fry was right to do so. Made him stop time. Gave him a superpower. Went back up to the first one. Could stop time. That was pretty cool. What's your favorite type? Oh, hang on. Would you send nudes? No. No, look at me. I'm fat. I'm not doing it. What's your favorite type of sandwich? Ice cream sandwich. But actually, in truth, I am a solid fan of ham and cheese. It's really good. I just love ham and cheese. A good Swiss on it, and you're perfectly fine. It's got to be like a good ham, though. Like, there's a good place that we have called the Boar's Head. They actually do some really good cuts of meat, and I'm super happy about that. What's your favorite swear word? Fuck! Are pandas a Chinese conspiracy? Probably. They tried to convince everybody that they're bears when they're not bears, but, I guess they could be a conspiracy. Could be. We'll never know. Oh, and to answer one of the questions that was in the comments section during live stream, I just remembered it. Because it would have given away my favorite anime. My favorite female character in anime is Winry Rockbell. My favorite. I'm sorry, Izumi. I'm sorry, Armstrong. I'm sorry, Hawkeye. I'm sorry. It's Winry. Winry's just so nice. But she's also very truthful and honest about everything. But there it is, guys. That's the Q&A for the 400 subscriber special. I'm really happy that you guys kind of really gave me some great ones. I love some of these weird ones, but I also I do like serious questions as well. But thank you guys one more time for helping me reach 400 subscribers. We're gonna be doing something special for 500. I bet you can't guess what it is. Sorry to be sarcastic. I just had breakfast. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. A couple of these questions might not have made it, but we'll see what happens. It just depends on, the context. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you one more time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.